Taylor obviously didn't go your way today. Just tell us what maybe wasn't working for you today that has in the past against Zverev.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I felt like three games into the match. I mean, he was already up a break, but 3 games into the match, I just started feeling my knee, and I think I could have still probably think I could have played a lot better through the issue. But I mean, preface what I'm saying by saying I don't really think. I don't know what kind of difference it would have made in the match. You know, he's going to be extremely tough to beat the way he's serving, and he was very aggressive with his forehand and his backhand as well, but very aggressive, hit the ball great. He played really well, so wasn't the match that I was expecting. Obviously, I would have liked to feel 100% and try to give him a match, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know why I felt like that today.
Ben?
Yeah, it was pretty clear early on that you were in trouble with the knee. I'm just wondering if it had been hurting you before you stepped on the match court today. No, it just suddenly happened pretty acutely today.
I almost wish I knew before, so I could have just like prepared to play a match where I was going to be kind of playing through it, because I felt like the whole first set I was just, like I said, 3 games in is when I started feeling it. I was already down a break, but I was just like panicking, like, what am I gonna do? I just didn't expect. I just didn't expect it at all. The only signs I had were I had some pain towards the very end of my match with Bublik, so I was already up 2 sets in a break, and I thought, maybe not the best sign that I was feeling it after that match, because it wasn't super like physical, but typically it's how tendonitis is. It gets irritated sometimes. You give it like a little bit of a rest, and then it feels better. So I expected after a light day yesterday to feel fine today. I felt fine. I felt really good in my warm up. Actually, felt like my warm up was great, and then I have no answers to as to why 3 games in it was like that.
Taylor, how tough is it to take, given how well you've been playing up to that point?
Yeah, it's just sad, and also I don't want to take away from like how well he's playing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the result would have been any different. Like, he was playing very aggressive, doing a lot of things that he, I'd say are big improvements to his game. He's being, changing direction a lot with the backhand. He's serving such high percentage, such good spots, and really pulling the trigger with the forehand. So, I mean, it would have been an incredibly tough match, but I'm just really sad that I didn't get the chance to like get into it. I guess I felt like just because I was thinking about the knee, my focus was kind of all over the place.
Tell your impediment and knee aside, did you see anything that was radically different from Halle? And I mean, you've played him a lot lately, just in terms of this confidence. And is it? I mean, it's always disappointing. Is it more disappointing considering there's a wild card in the next round?
I wouldn't say so. Here, the thing about Halle was he was affected by a medical issue. He was really struggling, and I felt like the signs of what he was struggling with in Halle really started to show in like the second and third set. So, the first set, honestly, the first set in Halle was similar to how I felt like he was playing here, much more aggressive. He won the first set on me in Halle. Some key points in the tiebreaker, he pulled the trigger. It was more aggressive than he normally is on some of the pressure, the big points. And I think that's, like, he's obviously playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's hitting his forehand the best. I've seen him hit his forehand, and I've noticed that throughout the tournament, just looking at watching some of his matches. So yeah, he's playing with a lot of confidence, and naturally when you're playing with a lot of confidence, you feel good about going for more and taking risks, and you're just confident in your ball striking, and you can tell that he is.
Matt?
Just a question about the conditions, with it being so hot. Do the courts feel like hard courts almost because of the way the ball is flying and bouncing?
I didn't think it was like that hot, to be honest with you, but I mean, it typically speeds up a bit, but I feel like it was always going to feel a bit faster because he just naturally hits the ball faster than most guys. So it felt quick, but I mean, like I said, he has a much higher like average ball speed than most guys.
Hi, Taylor. Are you considering something different to take care about your knee? Because I remember we spoke in Turin after the ATP finals, and you said, I need some time to rest because it's the only way. Then you took some time to rest on the clay season, let's say, and then you came back, played a lot, and now you're struggling again. Is there any possible different solution than taking rest?
That's it might be a bit of a misunderstanding. The rest isn't the way to fix knee tendonitis. It's not loading it to a certain extent, which obviously is going to be, time away from playing like really physical like tennis matches. That helps, but it's not like when I'm home and not playing tournaments, I'm resting. It's a lot of strengthening, and you want to push it, and there's a certain amount of pain that's acceptable when you're trying to strengthen and regrow the tendon, and that's what I've done, and that's what all my scans since November have shown is that I am regrowing and strengthening the tendon. And there was, in November there was just a hole. There was a hole there, so. I'm surprised about today because, I thought if I was going to show signs of it, flaring up on me, I felt like it would have already happened. I played nine matches in 11 days between Stuttgart and Halle, and I think 6 of those were 3-set matches. So, I felt like if it was going to happen, it would have already happened. So that's why I'm just really disappointed, sad that just today. And it didn't even didn't even happen 3 sets into the match. It was like 3 games, and I was already feeling it. So it's tough to say, but it's just an odd injury. It's just because there's pain doesn't mean that it's not a lot better than it was. And I'll get another scan, and I'll see where we're at. And there's a very high chance that just all the playing has flared it up, and if I took a couple of days off, it'd probably be back to baseline.
Obviously, it's still very soon, but I'm just wondering if you have any sense that this could impact your planned summer schedule, which I think is probably Washington, Canada, Cincy.
We'll see. I think the positive thing about playing in Canada and Cincinnati is just the days off in between matches. So I think that's something that's gonna help a lot. And obviously, I won't play the week before the Open. It's what I've been doing in the past. So, going into the Open, it should be similar to how I felt going into here. And then, like I said, I need to get a scan, and I have at this point I have so many different scans I can compare, and each one has looked better than the last. So, kind of just see where we're at. It's a good, I think if we were on the calendar schedule that we were on last year, then DC would be kind of out of the question for me. But this year it's like a week backed up. So, there will be plenty of time for me to rest it, get back on my rehab program, and just kind of see how it feels.
Last question, Simon.
You might not care, Taylor, but how would you see the semi-final between Zverev and Ferry? I don't know how much of Ferry you've seen.
It's tough to say. I didn't get to watch the match today, obviously, but I don't know. I think I do think Zverev's going to be incredibly tough to beat just with how well he's serving, and that's not something that I feel like really changes from day to day with him. I feel like you can kind of expect that he's going to show up and serve at least 70% first serves and just bombs, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. So we'll see if the crowd and the playing obviously someone that he's a big favorite over. We'll see if that can cause any kind of an issue, but yeah, I mean, he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he's playing really well. So it's gonna be an interesting one.